Say it with me now. Views and opinions expressed on this channel are not and should not be considered as financial advice. I'm not a certified financial advisor and not registered with the FSCA.
Loko kumbaliwe jazi. Kutabulabulwa imali. Loko kumbaliwe jazi. Kutabulabulwa imali. I swear, guys, I think being a teacher makes me come up with all these songs. Loko kumbaliwe jazi. Kutabulabulwa imali. Yo, my mother must see her daughter busy singing on YouTube. Loko kumbaliwe jazi. Kutabulabulwa imali. Yo, loko kumbaliwe jazi. Kutabulabulwa imali. Welcome back to Chat with Your Son. It's your favorite Tsonga girl. Ingwana mani man. It's another financial chat today. We're investing. It's the July investment. I know it's the 1st of August, but it's the money that was deposited in July. So you know what? It still qualifies as a July investment. Now we're on the 8th month. And if you have been with me since January, let me know. Tell me. I've been here since Jan. And now we're in August. And I am really proud of you if you have been investing since January. And even if you haven't been investing since January, if you've started now, welcome to the investing community. And we are very proud of you and happy that you finally joined. Finally gotten the stamina, the strength, and put your fears aside and said, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna just, buy one share here, there, whatever. Let me see. Okay, so well done. Confetti. Okay, so where should we start with the investments this month? I think we should start by discussing the dividends that we received. All of us got those very exciting notifications. Cling, 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 cling. And then when you looked at the amounts, you're like, macheleni lao. Oh, but before we get into that story, macheleni, let's cheers. Today I ordered something to drink, ne? Yeah, we're not advertising, but I ordered something to drink. Let's cheers to a new month with a new beginning to achieve those goals that are still on our list, that have been on our list since January, that we still have time to actually accomplish, okay? And of course, the main kitling is for you guys who help to grow the Chat with this community. Thank you, Nakensa. Tip it to the screen. Kitling. Cheers. Yummy iced coffee. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about my RSA Retail Savings Bond. You guys remember the video where I spoke about having opened the RSA Retail Bond, and I spoke about how I opened the fixed deposit one, and how I also wanted to open the flexi one to save for the future, because I want to have kids in the future. I want to start saving for things like school. I don't know how many years from now it might take until I become a mom. So if it takes like 3 years, 4 years, I would have had some savings in there that accumulated some interest. I just want to have savings and investments that are goal driven. Like, okay, let me put a goal to it. Let me name it, because sometimes when you're just saving or just investing just in J, it can just feel like, yeah, your money's here and there and there. But why not just name it? Why not say, you know what, I want this to be for this particular goal or this particular thing, So the issue with the site, the website, it's so, I'm sure I'm not the only one, and please feel free to express your frustrations in the comment section, because I'm also frustrated. Sometimes I'm able to log in, sometimes I'm not, sometimes the website is down, bada bam, bada bam, bada bam. It is legit, it's just that their site can be so unstable, and hopefully this will be a thing of the past and they'll try and fix it. I don't know, maybe it has to do with like the amount of people logging on at the same time or what, but I wanted to go and check how much interest my fixed deposit retail bond has like accumulated now, seeing that it's been about a month and a half, has it not? I just wanted to see, you know, so I can give you guys feedback, but because couldn't gain access, when I gain access I'll definitely let you know, maybe in the next video, or I'll make a post and you'll see it, or you'll see it on financial chats _desa on Instagram. The Australian dollar account, you guys know that I invested in the Australian shares index ETF. I didn't want to have the same type of chaos that I have in my ZAR account of wanting to invest in this company, that company, bada bam, bada bam, bada bam. And then I must do the same in the Australian dollar account, and in the USD account, and in the Euro account, and in the, hey, yo, so much chaos. So I just thought, you know what, let me invest in this ETF that gives me exposure to over 300 companies in different industries. So I was happy to see that on the 19th of July, a dividend was paid out of $3.15. This is nice. You can convert the Australian dollar to the rand and see how much it is. I was disappointed to see the money in the balance. I'm like, wait, why is this money in the balance? Why am I seeing a balance of, was it $2.60 something cents? And that's because they deducted 47 cents for dividend withholding tax of 15%. We can't escape it. We always gotta pay tax all the time. So when I saw that, I was like, but my default setting that I'd set is for dividends to be automatically reinvested. So I don't know if for the foreign accounts it doesn't do that automatically on EasyEquities. I'm not sure, but it seems like I'm gonna have to go and take that $2.60 something cents and reinvest it back into my ETF. And you know what, nah, maybe I must take some of that money that I deposited into my EasyEquities account and, you know, add more shares to my ETF. It's still the only ETF I have in the Australian dollar account. If there are any new additions or any changes that I make there, I'll definitely let you guys know. You know that, right? So that's that with the Australian dollar account. And let's move on to the TFSA. Okay, it's shaky there, you know. Hey, things are not looking up. But I have a feeling that because, you know, it seems like things are looking up again in the US stock market, and you know that some of the ETFs that we are invested in have a lot of exposure to US stocks. So anything that is happening there, interest rates going up with the recession and all of these other economical factors, obviously it will affect the ETFs that are in your TFSA that have exposure to those offshore companies, right? And even if it has mainly South African exposure, there's a lot that's been also going on locally in our own economy that has affected the performance of some of those ETFs. So I've been quite disappointed with how it's been performing, but you know what, it is an opportunity to maybe put that money into your TFSA and capitalize on the, is it 36,000 that you can invest per tax year, because of all the financial hattas that have been happening in my life. This month, I couldn't do lump sums. I couldn't. The property that I've just invested in, which is the next topic, but it's left me very, very broke and penniless, you know. No, really. So I had intended that, you know what, like I said in one of my other videos, that this is the perfect time for me to actually put that money in, the remainder of what I have left to contribute, because I have put money in, so I can't put in 36,000. Maybe I'm on like maybe 33,000 or 32,000 that I can still put in, but I just don't have money right now to do that. So I'll just have to keep putting in what I can put in, and just be patient with your ETFs, even if they are in the red. But we did get those dividends. Confetti, yo, dividend, confetti, dividends. Mara, these ones, you know what, ne? And that's what you can expect in the dividends that are in our TFSAs. Macheleni, you know? But there are those that were not too macheleni, you know? And actually today, I got notifications as well for the FNB ETFs. They paid out some dividends today. Some of them were true macheleni. Some of them, nibone like the rand nyana, you know? At least. But essentially, that's how it is with index funds. The dividends are very macheleni, you know? Just the ones that I have made note of, like the Satrix, Finny, Indie, Resi, Top 40, and the All Share, all from Satrix. I got dividends for those. If you've invested in those ETFs and other ETFs that maybe I'm not invested in, you might have gotten those dividends as well. I noticed that sometimes with some dividends, I'll get it, but I don't get a notification for it. For example, I went into my transaction history. So you can check your transaction history in the actual account, like in your TFSA account, or you can check the overall transaction history for a longer period on your app or on the website. And I found that the One Invest SA Bond ETF paid out a dividend at 1 rand. Hey? The others, this one, 1 rand 96 cents. And yeah, for me, because of the amount of shares that I have in this particular ETF, it totaled to like 30 rand and 45 cents. So I don't know, did you also get your One Invest SA Bond ETF dividend? Another one that I didn't get the notification for was the Core Shares Global Div Tracks ETF. It was macheleni. Overall, I was impressed because remember, index funds, macheleni in terms of dividends, okay? But the Satrix Resi and the Satrix Top 40 and the One Invest SA Bond ETF, those were not too bad in terms of how much they paid out as a dividend. In my VALR account, VALR, it's a true open app. A true open app. But I've noticed something. It seems like crypto is climbing. Crypto is saying we're making moves, you know? So I decided that, you know what, with the 1,500 that I decided I'm gonna use to invest this month, I'm just gonna play this crypto game with the EC10 and some crypto in my VALR account. But actually in my VALR account, I've already invested quite a bit of money there, so I think I'll leave it as it is, and I'll just buy day by day, a little by little, with the EC10 on my EasyEquities app. And I already bought for 500, and I just want to see how the market will close, or just before closing, how much it's gonna be at, and maybe I'll buy a little more, or I'll wait and see how it performs tomorrow, etc. But that requires me to constantly check the app, to constantly look at the graph, you know, and then I'll buy a little more. I don't know, I can see that that notion that crypto does well towards the end of the year. It has its boom. There's this trend that it kind of has. It might be true. It might be that towards the end of the year we might see crypto doing really well. Who knows? And crypto is one of those investments for me personally that I feel I can use it to make money that I can take to go and invest in more stable companies and investments, So I know I want to tap into the other offshore accounts that we have, but I don't have so much money, I don't. So how about I take this money and go make money in crypto, take it out, and then go and invest it elsewhere? You see? It's a strategy. Let me see if it will work. But yeah, I tend to share a lot with you guys. But remember, everything that you do, remember, if you're taking high risks, you must be ready for the high or long-term falls, because it could happen that, crypto continues to go on a downward trend and it just peaked a little bit to say hi to us and goes back down. Okay, if that happens for me, I'm chilled. It's okay. I'll just leave the money in there until it goes up again. When it comes to taking risk, I'm like, okay. But once again, it's money that I know I don't need that money right now. I'm not gonna need it in the next not in the near future. I don't. And like I said, because there's so many things that I know that are coming up in my life and I'm gonna need money for, there's money that I've been putting aside for that. So when investing, always keep that in mind. I think the stock market, it just feels like it's about to get really exciting. I don't know, I can just feel it. I can see it, And to prove it to you, look at your negative figures. Like, for example, not so long ago, my crypto was sitting at like minus 50 something percent and whatnot. And now it's sitting at like minus 30 something percent. That's a huge difference. Minus 50 something versus minus 30 something. Next thing it's minus 20 something, minus 10 something, minus 1. And then the positive figures come in and excitement begins again on the stock market. Yeah! Can't wait for that. And we'll all be here to share it with each other. But thank you guys for hanging out with me again today. I hope you are investing. I hope you're sticking to your goal with regards to investing. And yeah, share any thoughts or tips or knowledge that you might have with us in the comment section. Thank you. Na cancer. Goodbye.